Hello guys, Wilsonbox here, this time to share my thoughts about Dragonheir Silent Gods. I've been playing this game since it was released on November 2023. There is some ups and downs about this game, but I will go overall I think about Dragonheir Silent Gods after months of playing it. Dragonheir Silent Gods is an open world high fantasy RPG with over 200 heroes based on Dungeons and Dragons story and content, which I enjoy a lot. I never played D&D and I really loved all the story and design of the game on Season 1. Yes, I am saying Season 1 because this game is based on seasons, being each season a new fresh game where all the levels and gear of our heroes is set to 0 and we need to grind all over again. I think the developers did a great job with all the story and most of the players enjoyed the experience, but if they added voice to NPCs when talking would make the experience even better. The story and content over Season 2 was not that much, so most of the players finished all the new content in 2 to 3 days, giving a feeling that we are playing exactly the same season without nothing much new. Some new heroes and gear sets were created in Season 2, but that was not enough to give the feeling of new season with a new story. Even the dungeons were the same, with the same bosses and same strategies. In my opinion, creating a seasonal game is not an easy job. Players need to start everything from fresh and grind all over again. To translate that in a good experience, we need to immerse the players with enough new content to make all this season's experience more enjoyable. As an example, you can check Diablo or Path of Exile, where every season there is a lot of new content, bosses, skills, gear and much more to create a feeling of a new game every season. Something I think it's really wrong in this game is the different season timings over the Dragonheir players. In this game you can find players on Season 2 at this current moment and players on Season 1 at the same time. I understand that their plan was to make everything more fair to new players, but this plan comes with a great negative side, making the Dragonheir community more displaced and confused about the new content coming to Dragonheir. Content creators have been found players commenting their videos confused and frustrated because they can't access the same content shown on the videos, and that is because a big majority of content creators are playing the most recent content, leaving new players behind, where their only option is to search all over the YouTube content for videos and guides they need created weeks or months ago. This hurts the community, because instead of having a strong and big community sharing their feelings, opinions and difficulties all the same time and helping each other, we have a divided community in small groups, sometimes confused about what is happening and having difficulty to find the help they need. Regarding the heroes we can find in Dragonheir, I think they are amazing. The design and graphics found in this game are the best I've saw in a game of this genre and creates an amazing experience to play it. The new characters created are always well designed and inspired on Dungeons and Dragons game. I never played D&D, but I'm already a fan of the game just because Dragonheir made me know more about the story and everything around it. Even using the dice system for some quests and challenges, which is very unique for a game of this genre. The dungeons in this game are really challenging, and the bosses are amazing, but since there are no changes between Season 1 and 2, there was not much of a challenge to do it in Season 2, since everyone already knew the strategy they need for these dungeons. We can also find a world boss which we need to fight every day, and every 4 to 5 days the strategy for this boss changes and you need to use a different team. This world boss, I think it is amazing and I don't really have nothing to say about it. Then we can also find two other different contents in this game, the Famender, a tower full of challenges with 180 floors, and the Pillar of Trial, 3 towers each one with 60 floors where you can only use the required seasonal elements for each one. The Famender is super challenging, but in my opinion it really needs some rework. 180 floors looks huge, but the good thing about it is more floors, more rewards, so it is a really good way for players to get free rewards. But there is a few problems about Famender. Some of the floors below 180 are more difficult than the last floor. Some floors like 157 or 165 can be more challenging than 180, where players struggle to achieve the victory, which does not make any sense. Each floor is meant to be harder than the next one, and this way you are getting your deserved rewards until you find the hardest challenge you can't defeat. Another problem about Famender is being extremely difficult to free to players. Of course, it is meant to be hard, but is also one of the unique ways for free-to-players earn legendary artifacts, which means, being so difficult, they will never get them. Same thing to Pillar of Thrill, where I think the difficulty between floors is more balanced, where I feel only the last floors get more difficult, but for free-to-players remains the same problem. You need to complete the 180 floors to receive the legendary artifact, which is again extremely hard for free-to-players. And since I'm talking about a free-to-player, let's talk about the microtransactions. In this game, you can spend all the money you want, and that's normal for a gacha game. And you can find these monthly passes, which I think are not that expensive comparing with other games of the same genre. The only thing I think could be cheaper is this monthly trail. So getting everything together, monthly passes and the monthly trail, all of this is $40, which I think it's a bit too much if you want to just be a low spender. But after all, you don't really need to buy it. I really think this game is really free to player friendly comparing with all other games this genre like Raid. About PvP, I think it is okay, but still needs some polishment. It needs some simple quality of life changes, like being able to change between ladders without having to exit this window and going back again. And making the combats more balanced to everyone, punishing the fully tanked teams. In this game, if you have a massive tank team and you can't defeat it, you lose the battle and there is no punishment for the defense team. So you have to battle for 5 minutes and pray to win, or they could add some sort of damage over time or healing prohibition for both teams when you reach, for example, 1 minute, to make the battles more faster, forcing the defense teams to be more creative with their strategy. The last thing I really think needs to be made is to add the speed feature to Goblin Lair. A speed feature until 10 times was created for Fameender, which I think was amazing, but this feature needs to be added to the Goblin Lair as well. Everyone knows in Dragonheir you do Goblin Lair thousands of times to level up several heroes, especially when we reach the endgame and the D&D collaboration, which I need to say it is always amazing and well made. We need to repeat Goblin Lair over and over again. We have the auto battle tickets and the new tickets that helps you farm twice the speed, but still, these tickets are very limited and it's not enough. We want the players to enjoy the game and not to be stuck doing Goblin Lair all day with so much content they can enjoy besides this small dungeon. These are my thoughts about Dragonheir Silent Gods. Season 3 will arrive in a few days and I really hope with this they bring more quality of changes and amazing new content to this game. Like me and all other creators, we want the game to succeed, not just because we don't want to lose our audience, but also because, like our audience, we'll really love this game and we want to enjoy this game for a long time. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. As always, don't forget to press that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching and see you next time.